Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today I want to bring your attention to a small game here called Escape Mail. This is a escape room puzzle solving type game. Now normally I don't do these on my channel, but off channel my wife and I, this is our favorite genre of game system to dig into together. We both love exploring these type of games and solving the puzzles together. Full disclosure, this company did send me this whole box right here, but I would not do a video if I did not enjoy this game. So I'm excited to show you everything that has to do with Escape Mail, how you can get some Escape Mail if you're interested in this type of game. So if you're excited to see Escape Mail and all the things that go with it, then I need you to meet me at the table.
High class roller. Find yourself on top of a hill. You buy yourself a first class bungalow.
Here's the back of the box, and I want to bring your attention to it because it pretty much describes everything you need to know about this. One thing you do need to know is this game you do need to do things to some of the components in order to solve some of the mysteries in this game. So this game does have some components you have to cut up, very similar to the exit type games, as opposed to the unlock type games where everything is reusable. Now we did the first mission, and I could easily pass that first mission off to someone else even after what I did to it, because there really wasn't any major damage to it, but you do have to reuse some of the components and do things to them in order to solve some of the things. This comes with up to 12 of them because this is the first season. I think the way it works is every month you would get one of these if you're interested, and they would send it to you and you'd be able to do the thing for it. Now this is an overarching thing. This is a full season and it is a overarching game. There's a whole mission set inside here, so it does actually cover 12 missions, and you're working with a person that I'll explain a little bit as we go. I don't want to spoil too much of the game, but I do want to at least show you the first envelope you get and show you kind of what to expect when you get this game. But do know that it's really cool the way this works. You're going to be deciphering codes inside the game. You are going to be needing an app, not an app, I apologize. You're going to be going to different websites and potentially emailing things that'll bring you back information that will help you move forward in the game. This is for 1 to 4 players. I don't know. I think I had a lot of fun just my wife and I playing this. I don't know how 4 players would really work, unless of course you could divide up a lot of different things to try to figure out what to do. This is up to 20 hours and I could see that. My wife and I spent, I'd say, a good 2.5 hours doing the first one of these. So there's a good amount of gameplay inside this particular box. Ages 10 plus, I would say that's about right, and it is made in Canada by #AwakenWonder. There is a QR code, and I'm going to put a link to their website in the description of the video if you're interested in picking this particular game up. Now this is the complete first season, all 12 episodes, and this is a standard difficulty. There, from what I understand, 2 different difficulties, standard and hard, and the only thing that is different about them is there's a card inside each of the different envelopes that gives you kind of a breakdown of what particular parts of the envelope you're supposed to be using at different times. And if you're on standard, it kind of says like, hey, you might want to work on these type of things, and then after you get those, you'll get something that'll get you to this point and so on. But on the hard mode, you don't get that card. You only get what's inside. Now I want to show you what is inside the game. There are, of course, all 12 envelopes that have to do with the game, and this is going to be, like I said, an overarching campaign that is going to bring you to an end. It does show you, of course, it has some pamphlets here on how to get started. There is a great website that kind of gives you a little idea of how the game itself works, and the 2 designers are there to describe everything that you're doing and how to go through the game itself. Now I am going to show you the first envelope, so if you don't want any spoilers and you just want to go check it out for yourself, please feel free to check out the link in the description of this video. And they even sent me a code that if you're interested, you could use the code, and I believe you get 10% off the bundle or anything, I think, on their website. I'm not exactly sure. You'll have to check out the code for yourself, but do know I also am not getting anything for this. I just was able to get this. Like I said, they did send me this, so I'm excited to show it to you, but I don't get any monetary compensation for using my code. If you don't want to, it's totally fine. I'm just excited to show you things that I think are fantastic, and this is one of them. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you this envelope. So if, like I said, that you don't want anything spoiled, please stop now and maybe go to the end of the video and you'll hear me say, like, meet me at the table. That's about all I got. So thank you for watching. Let's check out this envelope. here's the very first envelope you would be sent, and you would be able to decipher it. There are things on the envelope you may need to use. There's some things on the back that have, it does say cuz open with care JJ. So the whole story behind this is you have a secret cousin, and he's sending you these puzzles to see if you can help find like some treasure or something. So we're going to open this, and I'll show you all the things you get in here for the very first game. You're going to get a piece of twine that's going to be used for something, and everything in here is used for this game. You get a little thing here that you have to figure out. You have some coded message here that you have to figure out, and you have another set of, you have a ship log here, and of course it does tell you everything you're going to need for this game. It shows you what you're going to need in order to do it. It has some music you can do. It has, sir, if you need hints, you can use those. Now on the back of this card is, like I said, the one that would tell you what parts of the game you need and what parts you don't, so I'm going to show you that. So if you went to a standard difficulty, it would say like, okay, the first thing you need to do is deal with this part of the game. And then of course, after you do that, it'll show you the other parts of the game that you're going to use. So it gives you at least step by step onto what you should use. So you're not stuck with like have everything out there and you're not sure what to do with where. Now, of course, you do get like this map that is going to be used for something. There are some different parts of the map that have these little arrows pointing to them. There's a big compass in the middle. There's this up on top, so you can lay this out as a big map. Now, of course, I don't have one of the pieces of the map. That might be in another envelope coming soon. You have these dials. Now, I will say these were all on one piece of paper. Like I said, you do have to potentially destroy some of the game in order to figure it out. This was all on one thing. I had to cut all three of these out. That was part of the game in order to do that. It did come with this clue that was also on these rings like that. It does come with this starting letter that you have to read. And of course, this will give you kind of the synopsis of the game. And as you go through this game and you decide for some of the clues, it will tell you kind of potentially who to email. It may tell you to go to a certain website. There are different videos that you can watch. And nothing's too intrusive, and nothing is really anything that I would feel unsafe doing online. So it's really kind of cool. So like this, like I said, this is the first envelope, and you're going to use everything here to solve this. And like I said, it took my wife about two and a half hours to figure it all out, and we didn't get any hints. We're able to figure it out ourselves. So that is a really big bonus to the game. Something that is challenging, yet not overly complicated and difficult that you have no idea where to go to next, and you have to get a hint in order to figure it out. That's some of the things when it comes to these type of games that I have a big problem with, is sometimes you get so much stuff, you get overwhelmed, and all of a sudden you have no idea what you're supposed to even be doing. None of the clues make any sense, and you feel like if without the hint, we would not know where to go. And that was not the case with this game. I always felt like I had an idea of what to use and where to go, and then I just had to figure it out with my wife. And we did. We figured this one out. Now, of course, we do have all the other ones that we are going to attempt to play through. We've only played through the first one yet. This weekend, we're probably going to go through at least one or two more of these, because this is a fantastic game. I can't recommend this particular escape room type game more than any of the other ones. I've played a lot of them. I've played these. I've played Key Enigmas. I've played the escape room, the exit games. I've played a lot of the unlock games. We've played a lot of different games that have to do with this particular genre, and I will say this is a fantastic one. I wouldn't be doing this video if I did not think it was great. So that's about all I've got for Escape Mail. If you're interested in learning more about it, like I said, please check out the link to their website in there, and I will put a code, a link in the description, so if you're interested in picking this up, you can then get a discount off the game. And like I said, I don't get anything monetary compensation for that. I'm just trying to help you guys find some fantastic games that are really cool. So there you have it. That is Escape Mail. I hope you enjoyed learning about this. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when more games come out. Now, like I said, I will never play any of these games on my channel because I don't want anything spoiled. Even though I know there's 12 of them, I just would not, I personally and my wife just love the fact that we can open these up and just start playing and enjoying these games without knowing anything about it. And so I don't like to spoil any of that stuff. I apologize. If you would like to see everything that has to do with getting to all the different parts of the game, you'll have to go pick this up yourself and see what it's all about. Now, that being said, don't forget to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. Is this a genre that you play yourself, or if you have a group that plays these type of games? Because like I said, my wife and I really enjoy this genre. It's a lot of fun. And do you know any other ones other than the ones I've listed, Escape Mail, Key Enigma, Unlock, and Exit, that you would recommend me giving a shot with my wife? I think we're always on the lookout for some fantastic escape room puzzle type games. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please feel free to check out the Patreon. The link to that is in the description of this video as well. Those that have already joined the Patreon are located indicated here on the screen. Thank you so much for your patronage. It means the world to me. If you're interested in some of the perks for the Patreon, you can help me decide what games and what we do in the games going forward. A lot of the campaign games I play, I like to have people tell me what characters we're going to use, what we're going to equip our characters with, and how we're going to level them up, giving people the ability to have a hand in how the game goes forward. Also, I do put out all of my playthrough videos, usually about a day or two ahead of time, without commercial interruptions for the Patreons. So if you're interested, of course, please check out the link in the description. That's all I have. This is Escape Mail. Again, fantastic game. I am super pumped to try the rest of these that are in this box, and I'm probably going to download, or buy, I should say, all the rest of them that they have, because my wife and I have really, really enjoyed these. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're excited to see what comes next from either me or Colin, then I need you to meet me at the table.